Hello dear students. Today we are going to study a very important topic. The topic which remained quite mysterious for a very long time even for the biologists. And that topic is sex determination. What makes an organism male or female? Even scientists did not have much idea till 20th century. They were not very clear whether it is the environmental influence only or is it the only hormonal influence or is there some genetic basis also for their determination of male and female, or if there is some genetic basis, is there a different type of gene for which determines the sex, or is it the number? So there were a lot of confusion. We are going to study all these aspects today. And after studying this topic, you will be totally clear what makes an organism male or female. So today's topic is chromosomal basis of sex determination. After Sutton and Boveri gave the concept of chromosomal theory of inheritance, many scientists started working on the structure and behavior of chromosomes, especially during meiosis, because during meiosis gamete formation takes place. So in 1891, Hankin was working on the behavior of chromosomes in insects. So he observed that during spermatogenesis, there were certain cells which had some dense structure. Only 50% of cells had some dense structures in them. He did not know what were these dense structures, so he called them as X body. And these X body were present only in 50% sperms produced by the insects. Later on, it was observed that these X bodies are nothing but a different type of chromosome. And when this type of chromosome was there, the sperms produced a different type of organism when they fertilized with the egg. And later on, this was considered as the sex chromosome, and that sex chromosome was named X only. So in this way, the concept of sex chromosome came into light. So now we know that in every organism's body, especially in animals, there are two types of chromosomes. They are autosomes, which are called as somatic chromosomes, which are common in all males as well as females. And there are different types of chromosomes which are called as allosomes, which were called as sex chromosomes. These chromosomes, they determine whether the organism is a male or female. Okay, so now we know that the sex determination is determined by certain chromosomes. We will study about it. Now again, these allosomes which are produced, they may show a process called as heterogamety, like males and females. There may be male heterogamety or female heterogamety, which means in some organisms, males will decide whether the offspring formed is male or female. That is called as male heterogamety, where males will produce two types of gametes. And in some organisms, like in female heterogamety, it is female's gametes which decide whether the new organism which will be produced after fertilization will be male or female. So that concept is called as female heterogamety. So we will be studying about various types of male and female heterogamety. Okay, before going into the chromosomal basis of inheritance, we must also know that there are some organisms whose sex determination is influenced by the environment, mostly in reptiles. In reptiles, it may be the environment, especially the temperature, which may decide whether it is male or female, which I will take up in the animation. What is the meaning of the word heterogamety? Hetero means different and gamete means production of gametes. When one organism is producing different types of gametes, then that concept is called as heterogamety. When one organism is producing all similar types of gametes, that is homogamety. But when the organism is producing 50% one type of gametes and 50% other types of gametes, then it is called as heterogamety. So this heterogamety can be male heterogamety, where male is producing 50% one type of gamete, 50% other types of gametes, or it may be female heterogamety, where female is producing 50% one type of gametes and 50% other types of gametes. So it is the organism which is producing heterogamety will decide the gender of the offspring which will be produced, because it will be based on the type of gametes which is fertilizing to produce a new organism. So let's study different types of sex determinations through this animation. So before going into the details of sex determination, let us first categorize all these mechanisms into two main categories, genotypic and environmental. Genotypic means based on sex chromosomes. There are specific chromosomes in the body of the organisms. It may be XX, XY type, ZZ, ZW types, and it may be based on the ratio of the chromosomes, sex chromosomes to autosomes, which we will study later on here. Also, it may be based on environmental factors. Environmental factors can also be of different types. It may be based on the temperature, as in case of crocodile, alligator or turtles, or it may be the presence where the eggs are laid. So that is shown by certain worms. Okay, so let us see all these sex determination mechanisms in detail now. So let us focus on the chromosomal basis of sex determination, which is there in your syllabus. So as per your book, there are 4 types of the chromosomal sex determination. These are XX and XY type, where it is male heterogamety, as in case of humans. In human beings, males produce 2 types of gametes. Sperms 50% which have X chromosome, and sperms another 50% will have Y chromosome. Whereas the eggs produced by females all are alike. Then next is XXXO type, which is shown by most of the insects, where the females have got 2 X chromosomes, whereas males have only 1 X chromosome. So 50% sperms will have X chromosomes and 50% sperms will not have even X chromosome. So again, this is male heterogamety. Whereas in case of certain birds, they show ZZ, ZW type of sex determination, where it is female heterogamety. In birds, it is the females which will produce 2 types of eggs, 2 types of gametes, 50% having Z chromosome and 50% having W chromosome, whereas all males will produce similar types of sperms having only Z chromosome. Now, this haplodiploidy, Again, it is a very different types of sex determination in case of honeybee, where females are diploid and males are haploid. So we will be studying out of these four XX, XY type with the help of cross, and then we will also study haplodiploidy with the help of the cross. Now let's study the mechanism of sex determination in human beings. I have drawn the flow chart. We know that humans show male heterogamity. Here, the genotype of humans is, we have total of 46 chromosomes. Out of those 46, 44 are alike, which are called as autosomes. And the last pair, 45th and 46th chromosome, they are sex chromosomes. So the genotype becomes 44 autosomes plus XY in case of males. This is a sign for male. And 44 autosomes plus XX in case of female. This is a sign for female. Now during the gamete production, that is meiosis, because males are showing male heterogamety, so they will produce two types of sperms. 50% will have 22 autosomes plus X chromosome, and another 50% will have 22 autosomes plus Y chromosome. Okay. But in case of female, they are showing homogamety. So all 100% gametes, that is X, which are produced will be similar, having 22 autosomes and plus X chromosome. So when this gamete fertilizes this egg, that is 22A plus Y, then the combination becomes 44 autosomes plus XY. So the offspring which is produced will be male. Whereas when this sperm having 22 autosomes plus X fertilizes this egg, then it will be 44A plus XX, that is female. So it is just a chance which fertilizes, which type of gamete fertilizes the egg. So it is very wrong to blame anyone for having female child, and that too in case of females. Generally in rural areas, people blame the ladies, women, for bearing female child. So that is genetically also very wrong. So it is the type of male gamete which decides whether the fertilized zygote will have the XX setup or XY setup. If it is XX, it will be female. If it is XY, then only it will be male. Now let us study a different mechanism which is shown by honeybees and other insects like wasp, termite. They show a different type of mechanism which is known as haplodiploidy. Here the females are diploid, whereas males are haploid. Let us see with the help of this flowchart. Now females have got 32 chromosomes. They are diploid, whereas males have only 16 chromosomes. They are haploid. So these females will undergo the process of meiosis and will produce the eggs which will have 16 chromosomes. Whereas males will undergo mitosis to produce the gametes, that is sperms, and they will also have 16 chromosomes in their gametes. So when this sperm fertilizes any egg, whatever egg it is, that will become female after hatching. So female will have 32 chromosomes, they will be diploid. Whereas the eggs which could not be fertilized, and when they hatch, they will produce again small insects which will become male or drone. So this phenomena is called as haplodiploidy. So with this we have completed the complete mechanism of sex determination. I hope you have understood all these mechanisms. These are very easy and important also. So let us summarize it with the help of a small animation now. Let us now summarize and recapitulate the whole mechanism of sex determination. The first type is genotypic sex determination, which is based on sex chromosomes. Let us take the example of human beings. There are 23 pairs of chromosomes, out of which 22 pairs are autosomes, which are common in both male and females, whereas 23rd pair is known as sex chromosome, which are X and Y in males and XX in case of females. So human beings show male heterogamety, where males are producing two different types of gametes. But there are animals like birds which show female heterogamety, because in birds females have two different chromosomes for identifying their sex, whereas males have only similar chromosomes. So females have Z and W sex chromosomes and males have only Z sex chromosomes. So they show female heterogamety. The next type of genotypic sex determination is haplodiploidy system. In this case, males are haploid because they develop from unfertilized eggs, whereas females are diploid because they develop from fertilized eggs. This type of haplodiploidy type of system is very commonly seen in bees, wasps and ants. Now let us see the influence of the environment on sex determination. So, in case of environmental influence of sex determination, the most important is temperature dependent. For example, in case of certain animals like reptiles, the sex of the offspring is directly dependent on the environmental features, environmental conditions. So, in case of crocodiles, alligators, if the eggs are incubated at high temperatures, generally the eggs produce the females, whereas when they are incubated at low temperature, they will produce the males. In case of turtles, the eggs, if they are incubated above 32 degrees centigrade, they will produce females, and when they are incubated below 28 degrees centigrade, then they hatch into males. So this is very interesting phenomena, isn't it? So today we have studied all about different mechanisms of sex determination, both genotypic as well as environmental factors.